Hello classmates, we know that ultrasonic testing has two basic tasks. One is the location of defects, and the other is the qualification of defects. When detecting welded joints with the oblique probe, DAC curves are usually used to qualify defects. The so-called DAC curve refers to the curve of the echo amplitude of the fixed size reflector changing with distance. There are usually two forms of DAC curve. One is to use attenuator reading to represent the echo amplitude of the reflector. The other is to use the echo height on the instrument display to represent the echo amplitude of the reflector. When drawing, first draw a piece of data obtained by testing and then move up and down according to the relevant standards to get the final three curves. The bottom one is called the evaluation line, which is represented by the symbol EL. The middle one is called the quantitative line, which is represented by the symbol SL. The top line is called the rejection line and is represented by the symbol RL. First, let's understand the relevant provisions in the standard NB/T47013. 1. For welded joints with a workpiece thickness of 6 to 200 mm, when testing with oblique probe or straight probe, the sensitivity of the distance amplitude curve should with CSK-IIA test block is shown in the following table. It can be seen from the table that the thickness of the workpiece is different, and the up and down translations of the evaluation line, the quantitative line and the rejection line are also different. The corresponding test block models are CSK-IIA-1, -2 and -3 respectively. For example, when the thickness of the workpiece is in the range of 6 to 40 mm, the translation decibels of the evaluation line, the quantitative line, and the rejection line are -18 decibels, -12 decibels, and -4 decibels. 2. For welded joints with a workpiece thickness of 8 to 120 mm, the distant amplitude curve made with CSK-IIA test block is used for angle probe detection, and the sensitivity is shown in the following table. 3. For welded joints with a workpiece thickness of 200 to 500 mm, the distant amplitude curve produced by the CSK-IVA test block is used for angle probe or straight probe detection, and the sensitivity is shown in the following table. The corresponding test blocks are CSK-IVA-1 and -2. The following introduces the DAC curve drawing method by taking the CSK-IIA-1 test block with a thickness of 30 mm as an example. First, we design a table for recording test data. And next, connect the probe and apply appropriate component on the detection surface of the test block. Place the probe at an appropriate position on the detection surface and detect the transverse through hole with a depth of 10 mm on the test block. The proper probe position mentioned here can be roughly calculated by using the trigonometric function relationship L is equal to K value is multiplied by H. Move the probe left and right until the corresponding highest echo appearance on the display screen of the instrument and fix the probe. Adjust the attenuator and gain knob so that the echo of the display screen is 60% of the reference wave height. Record the corresponding attenuator reading and cross-hole depth value in the table. Continue to detect the transverse through hole with burial depths of 20 mm, 30 mm, 40 mm, 50 mm, and 6 mm in the same way, and record the corresponding attenuator readings and the depth of the transverse holes in the table. There are a few points to note here. 1. Except that the gain knob can be adjusted when detecting the first cross hole, the gain knob cannot be adjusted again when detecting the remaining cross holes. If the echo cannot reach the reference wave height only by adjusting the attenuator, the corresponding attenuator reading can be determined by the linear interpolation method, that is, the change of the echo height with the attenuator reading is regarded as a linear relationship. 2. The buried depth range of the measured transverse hole should cover the required detection depths. For example, the depth of the detection object to be tested in 30 mm. According to the standard, the single reflection method must be used for testing. Therefore, the upper limit for the buried depth range of the transverse hole should be twice the thickness of the workpiece, that is, 60 mm. Next, we establish a rectangle coordinate system. The abscissa represents the distance of the reflector, where the depth value of the reflector is used, and the ordinate represents the echo amplitude of the reflector, where the attenuator is used to read. Use the recorded data to draw a curve, as shown in the red curve. Next, according to the standard regulations, the DAC curve is drawn by translating it downward by minus 18 decibels, minus 12 decibels, and minus 4 decibels respectively. We have finished drawing DAC curve with analog ultrasonic detector. Next, we will introduce how to draw DAC curve on the digital ultrasonic detector. Thank you all for watching.